beautiful people. I really fancied a kitchen vlog because I've got a lot on my mind that I wanted to share, and so I thought today I'm going to have a break from the health stories, besides which they've actually become very short because they're just outlining what I eat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a double health vlog tomorrow, days 10 and 11. But for those of you interested, if you saw last night's shepherd's pie vlog, which we've uploaded the recipe vlog for that today, I'll link it up there. We've had that again for lunch today, and of course there's much to talk about, isn't there, at the moment. I am in equal measure broken-hearted and elated to see that Vegan Campout has been postponed until next year. So if you have tickets for Vegan Campout, if you haven't seen the announcement from the website yet, this year's Campout has been postponed. This year's Campout has been cancelled, but your tickets, if you already have them, can be transferred over to next year, which is great. And I think it was something we were all expecting, but kind of hoping that things might be better by then. Anyway, it's good to know that a decision has been made and that health and safety has been made a priority, and that it will be back again in 2021, even more fabulous. So if you were planning to go to Campout this year, there isn't one. We're gutted too, but we'll see you there next year. That should be wonderful. Now let's have a chat about John, shall we? John Venus. John. I watched his vlog declaring that he's no longer vegan, and a lot of people are saying they're not surprised because of the whole egg gate thing, which happened, was it this year or last year? All years are melding into one now, never mind the weeks and the months. But it is a real shame. It's a shame that he trying not to be offensive, but talked a lot of crap in that video about there is no science, there is no proof, and it's like, yeah, there is, and it's all there. And some of the places that you're citing as being champions of the vegan diet, like the American Dietetic Association, aren't, as Hench Herbivore proved in his video yesterday, and I think Michelle Law's done one today as well. We're all going to be doing videos because, you know, when somebody with such a high profile in the vegan community makes a major blip, and we all kind of not necessarily forgive it, but, you know, we move on from it, and then something like this happens, and it does get upsetting, because it only gets upsetting because it's like, why are you now suddenly talking bullshit? And I don't really think anyone should blame their kid, like, you know, it's been proven categorically by science that a healthy, well-balanced vegan diet is good for everybody of every age. It's done, the study's done, it's concluded, it's done. So it is upsetting, and I do wonder whether it's what's that girl called? What's that girl called? Alyssa. I can't remember her YouTube name, that started eating meat this year, and then suddenly did this promo video for a meat box company while she's shoving a big piece of steak in a gob, which didn't necessarily look like she was enjoying. Not being awful, please ladies, don't take offence at this, but women have been the most important people in my life, all of my life, and I know you well. I know you well, very well. And I have seen women, example, I'll give you an example. I once knew a woman who was incredibly pro-Israel. Incredibly pro-Israel. She was married to a Jewish guy. She was incredibly pro-Israel. The minute they got divorced, she suddenly noticed that they weren't the shining beacon that they portrayed themselves to be, much like America isn't anymore. I've known women who've been really, really compassionate and lovely people, and have got with a certain guy who's been racist or homophobic, and suddenly they start having hints of that. I'm not saying all women are like that, not by any means, and I'm sure some guys are like that too, but I've seen that from women. So that girl, Alyssa, who's with a guy who's on the carnivore diet, she was going to start eating meat. Of course she was going to start promoting it. My reason for bringing that up as a reference point is that it's going to be very interesting to see what John starts promoting now. He's already doing My Protein. They do a vegan version, but that ain't what he's pushing, apparently. So it'd be very interesting to see where he goes with this, and how much of it is about I would have had much more respect for him if he'd said, I'm doing this for my kid because I think I can make more money not being vegan anymore. I wouldn't have respected it. I would have had more respect for it. So yeah, I mean, it's upsetting because the guy's got well over a quarter of them, well, 350,000 subscribers on YouTube. And if you do go and have a look at the video that he did, you will see lots of, yay, brilliant, well done, get some meat down your lad type comments with 200-300 likes. Cheers, John. Cheers. Maybe it was something you know, like your egg thing, how you hid that. Maybe you should have just kind of gone off YouTube for a while, tried it out for a while, see if the science was all wrong and you did actually benefit from the abuse and slaughter of animals that don't want or need to die. And then it's just like, I always question people's reasons for doing things. Why are you doing this? Why now? Why now? Why are you blaming your kid? Yeah. It's the carnists will use this as, you know, fuel, like they have done every other time now. I think some people are getting into this game for the wrong reasons. They want to become big names and have the ability to earn lots of money. Nothing wrong with that. It's what they'll do for it. See, if you're a vegan, if you're really a vegan, you're a vegan for yourself, for the animals, for the planet, and mainly for your health. And it would be impossible to see all of the things we've seen, read all of the things we've read, bear witness, feel the benefits of a whole food plant-based diet, which I'm really feeling at the moment. and then say, nah, it's all bullshit, that. It's not even science, no, yeah, it's not, it's wrong, all that. So, yeah, although I've unsubscribed from John immediately as soon as I'd seen the video, because I'm not interested, I will be keeping an eye. I won't be looking all the time, but I will be keeping an eye on what he, just out of interest, what he starts to promote. Who starts sponsoring him. It would be very interesting to know whether this is a complete change of ethics, or a father's desperation to make as much money as he can for his kid, which, as I said before, I would have had far more respect had he said that. Far more, because I have zero for this move. I would have had a little bit, which is far more than zero. But I think we're going to eat ourselves in the end, vegans, if we see, we choose to put people up on pedestals, don't we? We do that. Our likes, our comments and our subscriptions do that. And now with 3 people, Alyssa, Tim, John, and I'm sure there's many, many more, who have really got up to a high place in social standing in vegan circles, and then decided they're not going to be vegan anymore. It's just weird. So we, as, I know that we're YouTubers, but we're also YouTube viewers. We have to be careful where our subscription, our like and our comment goes. Because ultimately, hundreds of thousands of us are supporting people who are not vegan for the right reasons, and it always tends to be the people who've gone into it for health. Always. John experimented with eggs just to see. Tim had an egg. Alyssa ate some salmon. I don't know how you get to the point where you do that when you are vegan. I find the thought of any animal flesh or secretion being put in front of me now abhorrent. I cannot disassociate. It's impossible. I've seen too much. I've read too much. I'm too aware. I never want to consume again, ever in my life, the results of abuse and depression, because the world is spending a lot of time fighting abuse and depression right now, which takes me back to now our toppling statues all over the world of slave traders and stuff. And I don't get the people up in arms saying you can't erase history. Well, history's gone, and those who don't learn from it are doomed to repeat it. So if there is a statue of somebody in a city, I don't care if they built the entire fucking city from the ground up. If they were slave traders, take the statue down. If you want a dedicated room in a museum with these statues and the stories, yeah, this guy did this, this and this, but this guy also did this, this and this, and this is why this statue was removed, and this is why it stays here to serve as a warning that those who do not learn from their past are doomed to repeat it. Maybe that would be a better use of the statues. Very upset that yesterday I blocked 2 cousins on Facebook for sharing such things as, you know, all lives matter, never mind Black Lives Matter. I was about we stop seeing colour. And then my sister this morning posted, all lives matter, let's stop seeing colour, stop playing the race card. So I sent her my here's why all lives matter is not helpful video. I'll link it up there. She probably won't see it though because I blocked her straight after. Most of my family, direct and extended, are blocked on Facebook. You don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And I'm really sick of people just accepting something of someone because they are close to them. Do you know what I mean? There comes a point when you have to say no, it's not on. Anyway, other things to talk about. Obviously I'll talk about this in tomorrow's double health journey vlog, but health journey is going great, seedlings are coming up great, all that's fine. We were given the opportunity very recently to offer memberships on our channel, just there in the studio, and it said, hey, you can offer memberships now, you. So what memberships are, I suppose that they're a kind of alternative to Patreon. If you're already a YouTube subscriber and therefore your details are locked into YouTube and you can super chat and such, then you can become a channel member. So if you look under any video or just on the channel, you'll now see a join button and you'll see that there are 3 options: TVG Peeps, TVG Party Peeps and TVG Producers, and the prices respectively are $1.99, $4.99 and $8.99, and you get more perks each level up. But TVG Peeps help us to continue doing this. There never comes a time as a YouTuber when you're like, oh, do you know what, I'm happy with all the equipment I've got right now. There's always better, and we're always looking to upgrade. We will be looking to upgrade this camera either this year or next year. Definitely looking to upgrade these lights. And it just gives us a bit more incentive. Our main incentive is to show people how easy, cheap and delicious it is to be vegan, down to earth veganism all the way. That's why we're here. But it does take a huge amount of effort. It does take a lot of effort. It takes hours of time in social media interactions. It takes hours of time in editing, and we try to stay fresh and relevant and interesting all the time. So if you do become a member of our channel, thank you so much. It helps us massively, and it just means that there's that little trickle of income there that helps us to, oh, maybe I can get an air fryer, maybe I can get a Instapot, new lights, you know, all of these things. I am of course going to link the Vegan Queens channel up there again. They are almost at 600, and we have, today's Wednesday, this Friday, that's Sunday, 11 days to try and get them to 1,000 subscriptions so that they can excuse me, accept super chats on their live Lime Pride performance on Sunday, June the 21st, which will be split 3 ways between them and 2 LGBTQ charities, George House Trust and the Albert Kennedy Trust. So if you haven't subscribed yet, and you don't have to click the notification bell if you're not interested necessarily, but do, because they're nice girls, they put the work in, you know what I mean, they're hard workers. So yeah, I've mentioned it before in vlogs, going back to the John thing for a second, about how we all need to be careful where our like, where our comment, where our subscription goes, because it's all too easy to support people who in the end won't support the animals, won't support the planet, won't support the movement, and in fact will be a big stain on the movement. And we have enough, you know, to deal with, don't we? Just looking after ourselves, you know. So yeah, very disappointed in John, and fully expecting there to be another one in the very near future. And I will say until the day I die, it's because they're not in it for the right reasons. If you go in it with the focus on your health, the focus may always stay on your health, and so the planets and the animals, you know, the two massive things, don't really matter to you, and you can just go, nah, I'm not going to do it anymore, no science. Or I'm seeing a guy who likes meat, so, you know, it's all very upsetting. Not upsetting, it's like, oh, do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm glad I've talked about these things. They're all important. Hopefully we will see you, if we don't have a meet-up beforehand, we will see you at Vegan Campout next year, but we'll see you on the channel anyway. If you do fancy being a channel member and helping us out, just click the join button down there, choose one of the tiers, and enjoy your perks when they come along. There's daft things, mine and Jason's heads that you can use in live chats. It's fun stuff YouTube's come up with to give YouTube viewers another chance to support the YouTubers that they support. There you go. So right, I'm going to get off now. I'll be back tomorrow with my double whammy health special. I want to thank you very, very much for watching, spending a bit of time with me in the kitchen. I've enjoyed this. Sometimes I don't want it to be focused on my food or my diet or my plants. I just want to have a chat with you about some things that are on my mind, because I feel better for getting it off my chest. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a cup of coffee and a chat with me, and I hope you're okay, my love, all of you. I hope you're okay. It's a tough time at the moment. It's a tough time at the moment for us all. You know, we're still on lockdown, we don't know when things are going to open again. We've got all this Black Lives Matter stuff that's so important, and that some rebel elements are taking advantage of and causing trouble, but mostly it's peaceful protests. It's a strange world we're living in, but we've got each other, we've got good food, we've got all the positivity about veganism, we've got fabulous merch available if you look down there. Fabulous merch, darling. That also supports us. Thank you to all our patrons, thank you to our channel members, thank you to you for watching, liking, and if you have enjoyed, please consider subscribing, giving this a thumbs up, and leaving us a comment, because all of that stuff really helps with YouTube algorithms. Thanks so much. See you again very soon. Until then, please take care of yourselves and each other. Did you notice I said take care and not be excellent? I wonder how many of you got that. Please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Lots of love.